Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Hope everyone had a good week thus far. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. What's up, Carrie, baby? How you doing? Everyone that's in the chat, you guys, how y'all doing? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing great. You saw the title, Recession Proof. Let's have a conversation. Now, first and foremost, let me say, I am not an economist. I do not have a degree in economics. I have a degree in fashion design. But being someone who is living in this world as a human being and who practices the art of adulting, I have learned a couple of things. I've done some research, I saw some things, and I'm hearing some things not only here on this sector of YouTube, but also in the world as people having conversations and things of that nature. Now, let me start off by saying this is not a read, roast, gag, or drag on anyone. I'm not judging anyone for what they have, what they don't have, and how they live. All I'm trying to do is start a conversation or spark a conversation that you can have with yourself and ask yourself a couple of questions and find out what works best for you. And are you making the best decisions for your life during these times that we are in a recession, headed towards a recession, or coming out of a recession? What are some steps that you can do that can make sure that you can be recession proof? Now, like I said, although this is not a roast gag or drag, I may step on some people's toes. I may say some things that people may not like. Although I may say some things that you may not like, trust and believe it is not about you per se. It's about us as a whole and how we think as a people. You know, um, first, let me first start by saying I am not recession proof. I'm on my way to be recession proof and I have things bother me. And recession basically is when prices are higher than the income that is pretty much in that area or around that person. So you're paying more for goods and services than you actually make and can afford. So you got to pick and choose what it is that you can actually do, what you can actually buy, how you can actually live. Do you buy generic brand foods or do you buy the name brand foods? Do you shop in bulk and save and freeze and do things like that, or do you shop day to day? Do you go to the dollar menu or can you go out to eat? Things of that nature based on your income. What's more, saying, convenient for you? But let me start off by saying this right here. For me, I personally don't feel that we are in a recession. Yes, prices are going up based on the need, the buyer need, and the goods that we are needing and getting. Cars went up drastically. Home prices went up drastically. Food went up drastically. The dollar store is no more $1; it's $1.25. So when once before you can buy 5 items for $5, now those same 5 items are costing you $6.25. People are feeling that. A lot of people will have shopped at the dollar store or the Dollar Tree in order for them to get their groceries. That's what a lot of people did their grocery shopping at, or their household needs and stuff at. Now it's costing you more money to buy the same goods. Like I said, when once 5 items will cost you $5, now it costs you $6.25. That's $1.25 more, which is one more item that you could have bought if the prices didn't go up. But in order for us to become recession proof, we have to start planning ahead. We have to start doing things that benefit us and stop worrying about what the next person is actually doing. I can talk about this because, like I said, told you guys before, I grew up well below the poverty line, well below it. No one ever knew it because my mom made sure that we kept ourselves up. And growing up, we kept up appearances. You know, my mom was the one that was robbing Peter to pay Paul. She'll have to pay a little bit on the light bill in order to pay the gas bill, or vice versa, things of that nature. You know, growing up, it wasn't what y'all see or how I live on here today. Like I said, we ate the same anywhere from 7 to 11 meals the majority of my life. fried chicken, fried pork chops, barbecue ribs, fried fish, spaghetti and meatballs, or spaghetti with meat sauce, I should say, turkey wings with rice, turkey wings with gravy. We ate the same foods. So that's why when y'all see me on here or whatever, I try to explore outside of what I know. I try to do things outside of what I am comfortable with. That's why I have a very eclectic palate when it comes to food. I like to be diverse in my understanding of food and taste and things of that nature because how I grew up. And that's how I tell you guys all the time that you can always learn from everything, the good, the bad, and the different. Your job in this world is to make sure that you come to an understanding and adapt that understanding to what works best for you. You can't live like the Joneses when you're not the Joneses. You can't look at people and say, why not me? And expect things to go that way, the same way it went for them. Their experiences are totally different than your experiences. So therefore, when we're going through these times where people are having hard times, gas prices are going up, well, going down now, but gas prices shot up, rents shot up, mortgages are shot up, was not. Everyone had all this quote unquote equity in their homes. If you look at the trend now, home values are going down because there's so much surplus in what's out there that is no longer about what you pay for something. It's about what people are willing to pay for it. Homes are sitting on the market longer. People are having to do price drops because they priced it too high because they thought that they was going to do X, Y, and Z. I've been looking at all these things, not only here on YouTube, but just researching things because I was going to buy another home um, before the pandemic happened. And prices was just skyrocketing. So I said, let me just stop, wait, and what's going on. And now it's still not where I want it to be because the prices are still way too high for the same home 2, 3 years ago you could have got for a better price. It's starting to level itself out in certain areas. So this recession is affecting everyone. And like I said, I'm not an economist or anything like that. I'm not someone who specializes in recessions and economics and things like that. I'm just talking about what works for me. If y'all remembered, um, several years ago when I was on here, I said I'm gonna start saving a certain amount of money per week. I made videos about how I used to every weekend. When I left my part time job, that Sunday I will go shopping. I will go to all kind of craft stores and fabric stores or whatever I need to do to make sure that I had enough supplies to do my stuff, to do what I do um, as my side situations. When I started realizing that, you know what, I'm spending all this money, have all these supplies, which I do use, but not as often or as much as I buy them. I'm pretty much having a whole crafting area where I wasted, no, I won't say wasted, but where money could have been spent wiser or saved wiser or invested wiser somewhere else. I have an overabundance of fabric and sewing machines and sergers and all the stuff that I need to paint, everything I need to make sure that I do my thing. But what happens if something goes wrong? This money that I put into this could have been used better if I saved it or invested it in something else. So I told you guys I started saving I think it was what, $25, $20, whatever it was. I started saving about $20, $25 every week. I did that the first year and came up with a nice little savings. You know what I'm saying? It was cute. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I did. Then the next year, my goal was to save $50 every week. So that's about $200 every month. For the year, it rounded out to about $2,500. Last year, my goal was, what's up, Jessica? How you doing? Last year, my goal was to save $100. You know, no, halfway through the year, my goal was to save $100, anywhere from $50 to $100. And I wind up saving last year just by putting away $50 to $100 every weekend, opposed to spending it. I wind up saving about $4,000. last year just by not spending the money, not buying little trinkets and things that I really didn't need anymore because I had enough of it. This year, my goal is to save, $100, nothing less, $100 every week, you know, just randomly. And we're halfway through the year right now, and I'm already at $3,200 that I saved and put into an interest-bearing savings account. So by the end of the year, the goal should be there's 52 weeks in the year. I should have saved at least $5,200 this year just by not spending that money by going shopping and doing things of that nature. Now that's how I say I'm becoming recession proof. So regardless of what the price fluctuates as the gas go up and down, food go up and down, things of that nature, I still have all those years of money saved up. Some are in bearing interest accounts, some are invested in certain things, investments in stocks and things of that nature. But I have that money to fall back on if I need it. That's above my full-time job pay and my part-time job income as well, and all the side things that I do. So while I'm not recession proof, where I don't have six figures or seven figures in a bank, whatever your case may be, or high six figures in a bank, I'm doing well enough, or doing enough. I'm gonna say well enough. I'm doing enough to ensure that regardless of what happens, my lifestyle is not going to change from what I have grown comfortable with. My eating habits are not going to change because I have those 3 to 4 years of money that I've saved up, that I've been stocking up, that I haven't been buying frivolous things or trying to live outside of my means to do so. I'm not on here asking for money. I'm not on here showing a utility bill saying that I need this and I need that. I'm not quitting my jobs to focus on YouTube full time when I'm not there yet. You know, I'm not on here begging saying I need XYZ. Yes, we all go through hard times. But what are you doing preparing yourself so you don't have to deal with those hard times? Or you can deal better or cope better during those hard times. Now, it's great that we all have a dream. If I chose to stop working altogether and focus on my passion, which is fashion and art and things of that nature, being a creative, could I make it? Yes, I could. Would I be as comfortable as I am right now? Probably not. Because while everyone is holding tight onto their money, fashion, art, and things of that nature is luxury items that people don't have to have. Now, you may want it, but having to have it is a luxury. Do people have, $1,200 to spend on a personal shopper, a closet organizer, a piece of art that I create? They may have it, but are they willing to spend it? So I will have to work harder or drop prices in order for me to make it, which means I will be working harder, opposed to doing it when I can, when I'm available, and working a job that is guaranteed money coming in. More than enough that can not only I can save, I can pay my bills, and I can live comfortably. When we start doing things or making decisions that is within our power, but going outside the box in order to do that, is when we destabilize our own situations. And like I said, it's real funny to hear people talk, like even in my everyday life, whatever, I hear people talk. Oh, well, I had this and I had that, and I spent on this, I spent on that. And if you ask them, do they really need that? Do they really need those things? They say no, but they have them. The money you could have spent, the money you could have saved on what you spent on some things you don't have, could have went toward these rainy days that a lot of us are going through. A lot of us may have, saying, experienced, I should say. And the fact that I grew up, like I said, below the poverty line, I learned from that. I learned what not to do. I learned how I didn't want to live. So I made sure that I put myself in position in order for me not to live that way, not to live, saying, hand to hand or mouth to mouth or check to check. I put mechanisms in place to ensure that if something goes wrong medically or physically or far as job wise or economy wise, that I can sustain for a decent amount of time. The whole adage is you should have at least 3 months of your bills and stuff stocked away in some type of bank financially. That's what they say. That's what a lot of financial planners say. You should have at least 3 months of stuff that's stocked up, that's put up. I say you should have at least a year. Take your monthly bills and make sure that you put a mechanism in place that you have at least about a year stashed away, because anything can happen. If you own a home, your roof could be messed up, your furnace could go out. Anything can happen, and you don't have to touch that contingency fund. You don't have to be sweating or worrying if you're going to be able to pay your mortgage if something goes wrong and you have to pay a $5,000 deductible for something. You don't have to come on here and ask for $20 to get you until the first or whatever the case may be. And until you get your next payment, however you may get it. And if you are using YouTube as your sole source of income, are you also utilizing your gifts and your talents? Now, we all have gifts and talents, regardless of what they may be. Mine has been a creative. Mine has been able to see something and see it in a different way that people think is somewhat appealing, that they want. Seeing paint, seeing materials, seeing food, seeing fabric, seeing whatever it is, I know that my talent is being able to create something that someone will want, someone will crave, someone will desire. When I take pictures of my food, that's just food that I eat. That's just my dinner. But I've also styled cookbooks. I've also styled recipes before, which means someone said, "Oh, I'm going to show this in this cookbook. Was now I'm featured here. Can you come over and help me style this plate?" That's a skill set that I have that I can use. I'm doing this cookbook, Food Junkie. Can you show me how to make my recipes look more appealing, tantalizing, delicious? Just as simple as maybe brushing it with a little bit of canola oil. You're not going to eat that. That's just for the picture. But you want it to glisten and shine. Opposed to if you want something to look appetizing, that I'm saying throw a little flake salt on it with a little bit of glaze. Opposed to using ground up black pepper was not. How about saying you want to see you doing like a carbonara dish or a black pepper pasta? How about you make sure you use coarse black pepper opposed to using finely grated black pepper? Those things that I see, part of my other world that y'all don't really see. Y'all see it when I do a little picture every once in a while of my dinner, but that's just my dinner. I'm happy that you guys like those as well. But that's just one of them. Being able to see a fabric and based on what you tell me that you want from it, whatever, I can create that for you. Or me just seeing fabric and I want to see it presented a certain way and I create a garment with it. People seem to like that or want that. So therefore, they want me to shop with them, help them pick out something that will help their body, to bring out their features, whatever. Go through a color scheme with them, whatever, what based on their skin and things of that nature. All those skill sets I use to make sure that I don't, you know what I'm saying, have to work if I choose to quit or take a month or two off. You know, using what you got to ensure that you are recession proof. Using your brains, your talents, your skill sets, your level of knowledge. Like some people on here have beautiful voices, very clear, very articulate. I'm not one of them, whatever, because y'all know I got a stutter, stammer, and you know, what I'm saying, all kind of craziness going on with my voice. So I'm not one of my talents. I know is not being able to speak well, but I'm speaking. I mean, you can understand it, but will someone pay me to speak? Probably not, and I'm okay with that because that's not one of my talents. My talents is being creative. I verbalize I verbalize myself through my talents. I verbalize myself through my art. I verbalize myself through my creativity. Now, can I explain it? Yes, I can explain it. Can I give a speech and talk about it? Yes, I can. But to not be able to speak as clear as I would like to speak at times because I get nervous or excited or whatever it may be, whatever, and my words jumble and jumble all over each other. Was not That's not a read for me either. Like people think that's a read. Baby, please, that's not a read. Because you don't care about what I sound like when I walk into a room with some garments that you want. You don't care how I sound, as long as you can understand the price point that you're going to pay for the garment, or you're going to pay for the artwork, or you're going to pay for the skill set that I'm bringing to you. You know, my writing is impeccable. You know, my communication is impeccable. Now, verbalizing, speaking may not be the best at all times, but you get the point. Yes, you're very right, Jessica. Create a budget system because a lot of people think that so they're um, obligated to have certain things. A lot of people think that not doing that is, hey True Bloom, baby, how you doing? Is the world owes you something? The world doesn't owe you anything at all, and I came to that conclusion a long time ago, and that's why people may think that I'm cold or um, insensitive or don't care. No, literally came from the bottom. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Had a house fire growing up where we didn't have much, but the little bit that we had, we lost it. Having to grow and live in the shelter for a time until my mom got back on her feet to get what we needed. That's my mom and four kids. Like I said, I've been through a lot. I said, and I don't say that or use that or even hide that because it's not something you can read me on. Like people on here will take that and try to use it as, oh well, you grew up in this, you had to live in a shelter at one point in time. So what? Am I there now? You know what I'm saying? I learned from that how to prepare myself so if something goes down like that again, I can just as easily have things prepared. More than one existence, more than one life plan. If plan A doesn't work, there's a plan B, C, D, all the way up to Z. Something costs a little bit more. Okay, what can I cut back on that I don't have to have, but still live a comfortable life? I just left the store today just now before I got online. And normally, those packs of garlic is about 250 for the 5 pack of garlic. Well, today I went to my little Asian market because I'm going to do some spring rolls later on. I went to the Asian market, saw that the garlic was 99 cents. Now, me being creative and have some ingenuity about myself, let me buy this garlic, peel all this garlic up, put it in an airtight container, and put it in the freezer. So therefore, when I need garlic the next time, I don't have to go pick up, you know what I'm saying, garlic where it may be more than it is right now. And garlic lasts in the freezer for at least 6 months. It may just be $1.50 I saved in, but that's $1.50 that I have in my pocket for later on. When I snack on pistachios. If you go to the store and buy a bag of pistachios, it's gonna cost you $9, $10. Me, I bought a 3 pound bag from Sam's Club. And snack on those for a couple months. Well, a month where I eat them, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a month. You know what I'm saying? But opposed to me going to the store every other day or every week and buying a bag for $9, which would be round up to about $36. I spend $13, $14 for the 3 pound bag at Sam's Club and save that 20 some dollars that I can use for something else. That I can put an extra dollar or two in my gas tank to and from the store. So when I hear people talk about the recession hitting them hard, first question I ask is, how did you prepare yourself? What have you done to make sure that you can be as recession proof as possible? Are you doing things and putting things in place to make sure that you are being honest with yourself, truthful to your situation, and trying to do better? Or are you just talking about it? Because there's some people that I know personally talk about the gas prices. See, I found gas was when gas was at one of its highest. There's an app on your phone that help you find the cheapest gas prices in your area. It may take in your area. When I say in your area, I mean like within a 5 mile radius of your area. If you're not doing the things you need to do to ensure that you are saving as much as you possibly can, I don't feel sorry for you. I can't. Because we're all adults. And when I say I practice the art of adulting, I really do. I can't be worried about you and your finances more than you are worried about you and your finances. And every time you hit a bump in the road, first thing you do is hold your hand out, opposed to you utilizing your talents to ensure that you're making money. Put mechanisms in place to ensure that you're always using your talents to get what you need. And your talents, if you're choosing not to work traditionally, for me, if it's not working out for you, it's not working out for you. You do what you need to do to make sure that you are helping yourself out. Because how many actors, singers, models, dancers, people in the entertainment industries, comedians, was not, still haven't made it yet? Your big break may come. While there's a Kevin Hart, how many Kevin Johnsons are there? How many Kevin Hunts are there who haven't made it, but yet just as funny, just as clever, just as witty? While there's a Steve Harvey, there's also a Steve Hardy who haven't made it. There's a Michael Jordan. There's Michael Jones, who's just as talented. You know what I'm saying? There is a Janet Jackson. There's a Janet Johnson who haven't made it. There's a Tyra Banks. There's a Tyra Franks who haven't made it. Just as pretty, just as statuesque. But those people that I'm naming, while they stuck with their talents, they also did what they had to do to ensure that they're going to be okay. Now, Janet Jackson, she grew up in a family where she's been doing that her entire life. But Kevin Hart used to sell shoes. Kevin Hart sold shoes in the daytime. At nighttime, he did his comedy thing. Steve Harvey was willing to sleep in his car for I think he said 3 years. He slept in his car while he was starting out in the comedy game. He made it now, but those 3 years was hard. Now, do I know what he was doing as far as whatever? No, I don't know that because he didn't tell that part of the story. If or if he did, I wasn't listening to that part. All I heard was he slept in his car for 3 years when he first started out. Same thing with Tyler Perry when he was doing his plays before he became the Tyler Perry, known for the what I'm saying the black type church plays. He slept in his car, but he was working on his craft. He was putting mechanisms in place to ensure that he's going to continue to do what he needs to do. Recession proofing yourself is basically, for my little layman's definition of it, is putting mechanisms in place to ensure that you can live the same lifestyle no matter what happens. This is my little layman's definition of it. Now, if people agree with it, people won't agree with it. I have no idea. But I say recession proof because I put mechanisms in place to ensure that my lifestyle does not change. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to live like the Joneses. My last name is Junkie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything to take me off of my square. No one can take me off my square. Not my husband, not my family. Only person that can take me off my square is me. Because I'm not doing what I need to do to ensure that I will be okay when push comes to shove. When my back is against the wall, do I have the things that I need to ensure that I am comfortable? Do I have the things that I need to ensure that my lifestyle will not change unless I wanted to? Can I eat the same things I've always eaten? Yes. Have my food habits changed since I've been on here? No. Now it's changed greatly since I've became an adult and been on my own. Since I've been 18 years old, I've been on my own. Since 18 years old, I've been putting things into place to ensure. And when I mess up, I learn from it. Try not to make the same mistakes that way again. Have I always been? I guess comfortable. I guess no, but have I always been moving forward to make myself comfortable and been comfortable? I'm saying for a while now. Me and my husband been together for 20 years. I was comfortable before I met him, so been comfortable for a while now. The mechanisms that I put in place works for me, and it may not work for you. Like I said, I budget myself. I only buy what I want. Sometimes I overindulge. You know, like when I went back to school, I knew that I needed to stop my movie habit. Every week, I will buy Blu-rays and DVDs and CDs, all this stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? And I still have those things. I'm an avid movie watcher, avid music listener. I know things are online, whatever, or I don't like that. I like to actually be able to see and read and experience it like a real book, like some people do online books. I like to actually read books and hold it and smell it and be engrossed into the things that I'm reading. Same thing with music. Same thing with movies. Yeah, I could stream it if I could find it somewhere, but I'd rather be able to put it in my Blu-ray player and you know what I'm saying, watch it and be engrossed in that. Have my little popcorn, you know what I'm saying, have my little snacks, my little drinks, and be engrossed in it. And stop it when I want to stop it, watch it when I want to watch it, rewind it, all this stuff. Yeah, you can do that with streaming services, but not the same. Also like looking at my bookcases full of DVDs and books and CDs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. This is who I am, you know. But when I went back to school, I had a choice to make. What's up, baby? How you doing? Six sad world, baby. I had a choice to make, Am I going to spend hundreds of dollars a week on DVDs and Blu-rays and CDs? Or am I going to save that money or not spend that money? I should say, I won't say save it, not spend that money and put that money towards my education when I went back to school? Guess what choice I made? I chose to stop the buying of CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that and put those couple $100 aside to help pay for my education, to help pay for the supplies I need. Although I love buying a new movie, although I love listening to a new CD when it first comes out, downloading it, all the other stuff was not saving it, putting those CDs, I can actually have it, all the things. Yeah, I love all those things. But I had a goal, and the goal was to complete my education and to do it to the best of my ability. So I'm not struggling. So yeah, that was one thing I had to sacrifice. 3.5 years later, graduated with a 3.97 GPA. And really enjoyed the fact that I have everything that I put towards my education, I use in my hobbies and in my career. Well, my hobbies and what I do on the side. It's about sacrificing. When you, and when I say recession proof, not just economically, was not anything that takes you off your square, for me, could be seen as a recession. Not have enough money for gas in the middle of this economy right now. People are saying we're in a recession. Not have enough money to buy the food that you need and want. Consider a recession. Because it's taking you off your square. It's taking you someplace where you don't want to be, that you are regressing opposed to prospering. You're moving backwards or you're staying still opposed to moving forward. Set a budget, set goals, be realistic with yourself and in your environment. If you don't like your environment, what can you do to change your environment? What's something positive that you can use to make sure that your environment does not change or change for the better? But doing the same thing and expecting different results or making decisions that is hindering you from moving forward doesn't help. It really only hurts you. It only sets you back further, sets you back longer. It discourages you because you know that you want to be somewhere, but you're not doing what it is that you need to do in order for you to be there. Making sure that you have mechanisms in place that's going to move you forward, that's going to propel you forward. Like I said, the story I just told you guys, me about saving money. It started off at $20. Then it went to $50. Then it went to anywhere from $50 to $100. Now it's steadily at $100 every week. And if I keep on just doing $100 every week, I'm going to save $5,200 this year. But I told you already, I'm already at $3,200 that I've saved already this year. Not counting all those other years that I was saving a couple $1,000s here and there. And that's just money that I just put aside. You know what I'm saying? It's not the money that get from paying, because trust me, my checks doesn't cover all my bills. I still have extra money to do what I want to do. It doesn't change the fact that I eat whatever I want to eat, however I want to eat, wherever I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say that have anything to do with my money that I put aside anyway. That's just money for my part-time job. That's just money for my part-time job that I put away, that I didn't spend. You know what I'm saying? Still eat out every day or as often as I want to. Y'all haven't heard me come on here complaining about gas prices, food prices. And I'm still eating how I want to eat, living how I want to live, going wherever I want to go when I want to go there. And that's not me bragging or being braggadocious about it. It's just showing you guys that I put a mechanism in place years ago before the pandemic, before the recession, before all these things. Hey, S baby, how you doing, sweetheart? You're fine, baby. You know, I put a mechanism in place to ensure that whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. You know, and that's a good thing and bad thing because I depend on myself, even though I'm with someone. I make sure that we make sure that each other does that. You know what I'm saying? We make sure that he makes sure that I am good. I make sure that he's good. I make sure our household. We make sure our household is good. He started saving more than me a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? He started saving. Y'all remember that time I counted both of our monies that we had, our lose money that we had going around? I think I had what? I think he had what? He had, I think, $2,800 just that he had to put in the bank. I had what 30 like $3,000 that I put in the bank, and it's not that's not I think it's that's not even a lot of money that could be gone like that. You know what I'm saying? And we're both aware of that. We're both aware of, you know what I'm saying. Although we have a little bit of savings, that could be gone like that if we choose to spend frivolously, if we choose to squander it, if we choose to make decisions that's not proper, buying things that we don't need, you know what I'm saying, wasting things, being wasteful with our money, being wasteful with our time, being wasteful with our energy, being wasteful with our whatever we have. You know, like I said, if something happens, knock on wood, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, we could be okay for a couple months without having to worry about it. Without coming on here when we lose our job on Monday saying Wednesday we're broke or we need help, or going not even coming on here but going to someone else period and saying we need help, showing bills and things of that nature. And that's not me reading all of that, but it's like I look at stuff on here and then listen to people in real life. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I don't understand it. I don't get it, but that's just me personally. Like I said, I practice the art of adulting. It's about being an adult and putting mechanisms in place to ensure that you don't regress. And if something happens where you're stalled for a moment, you're still okay. Like I said, there's too many jobs out here right now. It may not be what you want to do, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do to ensure that, you know what I'm saying, you're not on here asking, you know what I'm saying, someone to help you out, someone to dig into their pockets for you. And I don't understand when able-bodied people, mentally, emotionally, physically, able-bodied people, adults, don't do what they have to do to take care of themselves. See, my biggest worry, y'all can't remember this because I already dealt with it already. Whatever I tell you guys, I already have dealt with. And even if I haven't dealt with it, was not, I will deal with it quickly because I can do that and keep it moving. But my biggest fear is to ever need something because I don't have it within me to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it in me to ask for help. So I had to put mechanisms in place to ensure that I could take care of myself. I've been on my own since I was 18 years old. When I say on my own, I mean 3,500 miles away from family. Right out of high school, I moved to Georgia to go to school. Didn't finish school, mind you, the first time. My mom told me to come back home. I can't do that, mama. I'm a man. I can't come back home and live in your house. I can't come back home and sleep on the couch, sleep on the floor in your house and call myself a man. I left home and never went back. I go back to visit. Even when I visit, I stay in a hotel. Even when I visited, I stayed in a hotel. The only person I stayed with, I should say, was my little sister when I visit her. I never stay home. I never move back home, stay in my mom's house. I will visit, take her places, and buy her stuff, and make sure she's okay, make sure she's good. But I can't call myself a man and depend on someone else to do anything for me. And that's a blessing and a curse for me. Like I said, that's my biggest fear, to need something, because I don't have it in me to ask people for stuff. I would just do without. You know what I'm saying? You would never see me on here saying, I lost my job, I need XYZ. Something has happened and I need XYZ. And that's not me talking about anybody else who does that, because that's on them. That's within their skill set or whatever to do. It's just not within mine. I've seen that happen where people say they're grown but living under their mama's roof. Say they're grown but having the government take care of them. Say they're grown but not fitting for themselves, ask someone else for some money to go to the club or go to XYZ. You're not grown then. You're not grown if you're not taking care of yourself. You're not practicing the art of adulting when you're not taking care of yourself, when you're not standing on your own. Yes, we all need help sometimes. Yes, we do. I would never say there was a time where I needed help. But the question I ask myself, and if I ask myself this, I could definitely ask anyone else this. What are you doing to help yourself? Are you sitting there wallowing in your depression and your self-pity? Or are you pick yourself up, wiping yourself off, and moving forward? Now, whatever your talent is, use that. Your voice, your skill set, whatever the case may be. Sometimes if your talent is fucking, shit, do what you gotta do to get what you need. If someone's willing to pay for it, shit. Half of y'all get away for free anyway. Or for a blow pop and a Big Mac, I'm just saying. If that's all it's worth to you, then shit, do what you need to do. But if you are hungry, if you are homeless, if you are whatever the case may be, what's not, you should be doing anything for free. You shouldn't. Work. Earn a paycheck was not. Earn your way into this world. Stop waiting for people to hand you something. And that's why a lot of us experience recessions, and it hits us hard. Because we're not willing to do what it needs to do in order for us to be who we need to be. Like I said, there are plenty of jobs out here. Why aren't more people working? Why is the unemployment rate so high? Because we'd rather sit at home and wait for the government to sign out these checks to us, these stimulus packages and stuff. And think it's funny, think it's cute, think it's clever. It's not. That's what keeps us where we are. That's what keeps us in this whole mindset of a recession. Because we have this recessive mindset. Let me say it again. That done touched me in my spirit. Oh. We're in this recession because we have a recessive mindset. We're thinking backwards. We're thinking stalled. We're not moving forward. We're not progressing in any way, shape, or form. We're waiting for people to hand us something. Being recession proof means that you're not sitting in this recessive state of being. You're not waiting for someone to give you something. You're going out and getting it for yourself. Like I said, there's plenty of jobs out here. It may not be what you want to do at this moment in time, but sometimes you gotta do what you have to do. And sometimes you may not know what you want to do in the moment. Sometimes you just gotta pick yourself up and go out there and see what's out there, see what's out there to offer. You may stumble around a little bit, what's not, you may fumble a little bit. But have faith in yourself to pick yourself up. And if you believe in a higher power, call on him and believe that he believes in you. So therefore, you should believe in yourself and call on them to pick you up, to help lift you up, help dust you off, help carry you wherever you need to go. and constantly ask for the mindset to not be in a recessive state of being, constantly looking at the world as woe is me, or what this is what the world have done to me, and have all these challenges against me. Where I'm at right now in my life in this world, I shouldn't be here based on what I was born into. Like I said, I'm not this 6, 7 figure person by any means, but I'm comfortable. And if I was to lose my job, see the whole keyword jobs, I'll be okay for at least a year. Financially, that is. Lifestyle will not change for at least a year before I have to start pitching pennies and figure out what's going on. But hopefully, knock on wood, I'll be in a place or in a mindset to where I may not be working what I'm doing right now and making the money I'm making right now, but there will be some money coming in. Be it from me outside of the quote unquote traditional workforce, me using my talents as far as my skill sets and things of that nature, or me back in the workforce doing shit. If I had to work at McDonald's or some type of fast food place, and I'm working, I'm not sitting at home asking someone to hand me something. I'm not depending on subscribers and people like that to give me anything. I'm not asking for anything. I'm doing everything I need to do to make sure I take care of myself in the best way I possibly can. And if I have to downgrade or adjust, maybe I don't eat bone-in ribeyes. Maybe I don't eat jumbo shrimps. I know the word is shrimp, y'all, but shrimps sound much better in this state. Maybe I'm not eating scallops and lobster tails and lamb chops and things of that nature. Maybe I have to eat, you know what I'm saying, a little sandwich meat every once in a while. And maybe I can afford Oscar Mayer. Maybe all I can afford is the store brand. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do that to ensure that I'm okay and I'm comfortable without depending on anyone else to do anything for me, without asking for a handout. Because I really don't like the word handout at all. I really don't. I really want to give me a hand up. Don't stand in my way while I'm moving forward. Don't be an obstacle in my life. Don't be an obstacle in my movement. Don't be a distraction. Don't be someone that is hindering me from moving forward, from progressing. Don't be a weight on my ankles. Don't be a weight on my back. Don't hold me down. Allow me to be as free and fly as high as I was meant to fly and be. I'm gonna do the same for you. Like even when me and my husband have conversations, whatever, we don't complain about what we don't have. We talk about how we're going to get what we want. What mechanisms that we have in place to ensure that we're going to get what we want, that we need to move forward. Okay, how are we going to do this? Okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay, we may not be able to go out to eat this week, so we need to put that money aside. You know, how are we going to build our credit? Okay, well, you have all these cards. Well, it's not. How about you XYZ? How about you use one card for gas to pay it off, opposed to paying gas? You know what I'm saying? At, at the pump, say the money that you're gonna put on in the pump with cash. Say that money, put that aside. Get a credit card or get a card that will help you build your credit. Use that card for your gas, and then in a month, just pay off that card with that money that you put aside for the gas that you was going to put in. Opposed to spending money on going out to eat on this card that doesn't do anything for you. How about you get a card that will do something for you? All your meals that you go out to eat with and shop with that you would use this card for, just put that money on this card by the end of the day. Help build your credit. So in the future, we have more going on. We have more leverage. Because since everything is done by credit nowadays, you have more leverage. You can get a better job, position yourself in a better place. Get a better interest rate when you do buy a car, when you do buy that second house. So you got to think about things like that. Make sure that you're not recession proof. Stop going for the quick fixes. Oh, they're offering this, that. Everyone who's screaming that, oh, they have all this equity in their homes, ask them what their equity look like now. I'm just asking questions. See, follow these different markets out here. What's that? 6 months ago, when people were screaming they have all this equity in their home, ask them what the equity in their houses look like now. I bet it's less. I bet it's less, unless you live in places like shit. New York is doing pretty good, but I definitely know Texas is not doing good. I definitely know Vegas not doing good. I definitely know Florida's not doing good. Georgia's not doing good either in the housing market. I'm just saying. California's not doing good either in the housing market. All these high prices for cars, because as we all know, cars went up crazy, 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 because the demand was so high, but the inventory was so low. Car prices are going down now. Car prices are going down. Why is that? Not because it's a recession. Well, it is because it's a recession, but that came from it was too high to begin with. It's not a sale or a deal if you're overpricing something and the value of it is not worth the cost. When you overprice something and the cost or demand isn't there, so you have all this extra inventory going around places, prices have to fall in order for you to do something. And it looks like they're losing money or losing profit, but you're not losing profit when you just charging 2 to 3 times as much as it was worth anyway. So you're taking it down 20% doesn't hurt you. Like I said, I'm not an economist or anything like that. I'm not. I just sit a little bit, talk a little bit, observe a little bit, and figure out what's best for me and what I need to do to make sure that I become recession proof, making sure that I am not hit too hard by what's going on around me. You know, now walking around with my heads in the cloud, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I see the prices going up. I see things costing more than what they used to cost. But you know, that's me having to save more, having to look out, trying to look for deals, doing a little bit of research, not going into a place, you know what I'm saying, not understanding, not, you know what I'm saying, knowing, not trying to recognize or realize what's happening. I have to be aware and look at my habits, my spending habits, making sure I get what I need opposed to what I want all the time. Because sometimes you just can't get what you want all the time, and that's okay. That is okay. You can't always get what you want. Sometimes you gotta just get what's out there that you need. Like I said, do I need strip steaks and bone-in ribeyes? No, I need something to eat. So am I going to grab these? You know what I'm saying? 5 pack of noodles, or I'm going to grab this steak. A 5 pack of noodles I can eat for 5 days, at least 5 meals or 5 sittings. That steak, if I stretch it, yeah, I probably eat it 2, maybe 3. What I'm gonna have with it? I spend 20 some dollars on a piece of steak, or am I gonna spend $5 on this pack of noodles? The same $20 I spent on this steak, I can buy 20 pack of noodles. So I eat on the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not proud like that. Y'all know shit. The first time I ate on here, what I ate some what? What I eat on? First time I ate on here. My first little food was like potted meat and stuff like that. How about that at my house? Sardines, cans of tuna, you know what I'm saying? Dried pasta, rice, beans, you know, freezer full of food as well, vacuum sealed and packed, so it lasts a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? I live comfortably, but at the same time, I also live smartly. I'm not trying to do more than what I can do or what I want to do. Do I eat steak often? Yeah, I do. Do I eat shrimps often? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna have some seafood spring roll tonight. That I'm gonna make. But once again, opposed to me going out buying this seafood spring rolls, I'm going to make them, which means I can have more and they can last me longer. And it costs about the same as if I was to go to the Vietnamese restaurant and get it there. Just saying, make sure that I am aware enough of what's going on around me so I can always be what I would consider recession proof because I'll choose not to regress. Don't have a recessive mindset. I don't. You know, am I always at my 100% best? No. But I have to quickly snap out of it in order for me to keep on moving forward. I can't let a stumble or tumble or fall break me to the point to where I have this recessive mindset. I just can't do that. That's not logical for me. I see it happen too often. I've been around it too often. I've been around it too often to know that that's not who I am. That's not what I want to even see myself as or be seen as. I tell you all the time, I grew up extremely poor. For real? For real? For real? Because it's a mindset thing. Poverty is really a mindset. Your environment may say poverty, but if your mindset's poverty too, you're lost. You know, your mindset has to be something of what you want to be, what you're striving to be, what is that you are. Epiphany. Epiphany. I just thought about that. My mindset was that even when I was growing up in poverty was not. It was always for me to do better, always for me to do more. And thank God, my entire family, all of us, we're all doing better. None of us is where we grew up, but you know what I'm saying. It was just the mindset that my mom always instilled upon us. You may not have this, but always strive for more. Always strive for better. Always strive to be your best. You are not where you were born. You are not where you grew up. You are not this. This is not you. Always, you're here right now. So learn from it. What not to do. What you can do better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, and that's what I mean by recession proof. You know, if your mindset is always trying to move forward and always being better and learning from your environments and learning from things that you see, things that you read, things that you experience, learn from it. And pray that you can do better next time you run across that. You will be recession proof. Like that you can't control what things cost, but you can control what you buy. You can control what things cost. You can control all that, but you can control what you buy. You can control, you know, how you operate, how you move. Those things you can control. You can control, you're saying, the price of food, the price of cars, the price of gas. You can't control those things, but you can control how often you drive. You can control how often you shop. You can control how often you choose to buy things, where you choose to buy them at. Are you planning things out? Are you setting a budget, or are you just moving frivolously through this world? I'm just saying, I know this ain't what y'all may want. Y'all want the mess and the nonsense and the BS and the craziness, what's not. But sometimes just people need to have a real conversation with you. So sometimes we need to have a real conversation with ourselves. Like I said, this ain't for me to try to read Russell Gay people. It's not. It's for us to talk to ourselves. Like ask ourselves these questions: am I living my best life? Am I doing what I need to do to ensure that I don't have a recessive mindset? Do I look at myself as a victim, or do I look at myself as someone who's going to learn, as a student of life? Am I learning from this situation? How often have I been in this situation? And what have I done differently each time? Oh, I've done nothing differently. Also, that's why I continue to repeat the same pattern over and over again, opposed to actually moving forward and doing better. Opposed to actually, saying, learning, okay, this is what not to do. This is how I got caught up in the situation. Okay, I didn't save enough money when I had it coming in. I was spending it like it was running water. Like it was like it's gonna always be there. Why did I save this little bit of money? Why did I say, like I said, $5? You have extra $5 with that? Opposed to buy that burger? Put it in the bank. Put it under your pillow. Put it in a safe somewhere. Start with, you know, saying whatever it is. Start with your the change, the loose change when you make $1. Whatever change you have with that, put that in a jar somewhere. You know, when you make a 20, put that change of whatever 20 you had, put that $3.50 up. Put that away. You know, I've done that before growing up. I had $5. Okay, I bought something for $2.85. That $2.15 I put away. You know, until I could put together another $5 and then get the $5 bill. That's how I do it now. Like when I save my little $100 was not, I don't care if it's 20s, 50s, or hundreds, because I don't do anything less than that. Once I get 5 20s, changing it for 100. If I have, you know, two 20s and a 10, changing it for a $50 bill. Once I get 250s, changing it for 100, because I don't want to break it. And I know that if I do it that way, I won't break it, because I don't want all them fives and ones and all that other stuff around me, unless it's something I'm using in my pocket. But once I get a certain thing, I'll put it up, save it, put it up, put it over here, put it up, put it right here. I go to the store. Oh, I ain't spending it today. Nope, don't need nothing. Save it, put it over here. Like, I mean, but now I don't like, even it's hard for me and my husband to buy each other stuff because we don't need anything. Everything we need, we got. Everything we want, we got. If we don't, and if we can afford it, we just don't want it. You know, there's nothing that I need right now. Knock on wood. There's nothing that I need. Now, do I have all the luxuries of life? I have all the luxuries of my life. That's all that matters. I don't, you know what I'm saying, try to live my life to please or to appease someone else, to show off or to showboat for someone else. Who does that? To me, that's tacky. Like, why am I worried about what you're thinking? Why do I have to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you like what I have? If it's old, dated, and what can it be? Okay. Everything I got is paid for. Cars are paid for. So everything in the house is paid for. You know what I'm saying? Not worry about anything. Money in the pocket, money in the bank. Access to it if I need it. You know, with little to no trouble whatsoever. Just saying, so yeah. You know, like I said, I'm not an economist. I'm not the richest person in the world. I'm not even the most richest person here on YouTube in this sector. Far from it. But I think that I do pretty well for myself. I think that I live a life that is extremely comfortable. I think I live a lifestyle that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, will be happy if they live that type of lifestyle. You know, and on all aspects, far as relationship wise, far as financial wise, far as, you know what I'm saying, housing wise, yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. But yeah, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Like I said, I mean, sometimes, like I said, I'm not on here much anymore because all the nonsense and BS and fussing and fighting and arguing and going back from people, that is so ugh. It really is ugh to me. It always have been because, like I said, I never gave you more than two videos, whatever. You know, I know people call my name looking for nonsense and trouble and stuff. Ugh, I heard it. I hear it. I don't care. Oh, you only got these many subscribers. Okay, yeah, but I got this much money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Only got these many views. But guess what? The amount of my views match the amount of money in your bank account. You know what I'm saying? My views are low, so is your funds. You know, my views are low, but my funds are high. Oh, sorry, I won't say high. Comfortable. I'm just saying, y'all. You know. It's okay. Like I said, I'm on here to, like I said, talk to y'all, make sure everybody's doing okay, let you guys know I'm doing okay. Those who care will care. Those who don't. You know, and vice versa. Those who I care about, I check on. Those who I don't, I don't. You know, but yeah. I've been in a lot of bushes watching this stuff and just be like, when are people gonna learn? I guess not. That's why they always will be where they are. You know, always in this recessive mindset. Always gonna be complaining about what they don't have and how they were treated and how many people like them or don't like them. Who cares? What are you doing for yourself? Love you too, Shells. You know, what are you doing for yourself? How are you making sure that you have what you need? Not only far as financial wise, but emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Are you recession proof emotionally? Are you recession proof spiritually? Are you recession proof financially? Are you recession proof mentally? Are you in this constant state of this recessive mindset? You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself these questions. I'm saying, what am I doing to make sure that I'm not in a recessive mindset? What am I doing to make sure that I'm not in a recessive financial aspect? How am I moving forward mentally? How am I moving forward spiritually? How am I moving forward financially? Or, you know what I'm saying? How do these things connect to one another? How do these things connect? How is the fact that I am in a recessive mindset, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, how does that contribute to the fact that I am also in a recessive place financially? Because you know they're all connected. You know that, right? You know that's they're all connected, right? You know, it's all connected. If you're in a recessive mindset, you think you're gonna be happy and comfortable financially? Why do you think so many people who have money kill themselves, commit suicide? If you're not comfortable with who you are without it, how are you gonna be comfortable with who you are when you get it, when you're blessed with it? You will always be in a recessive mindset if you're not comfortable with who you are, where you are. And I'm not saying stay there. Not saying stay where you are, but you have to sit there for a minute for you to really absorb that. So you don't have it right now. Sit in it and ask yourself and make a plan and put in place mechanisms so you can possibly get it or be where you want to be. You can't sit there and do nothing and expect stuff to be handed to you, not using your talents. God give you everything you need to be successful. He really does, if you believe in God or the higher power. Gives you everything that you need to be successful. Gives you all the gifts, gives you all the knowledge, gives you all the access to. This lottery thing happened yesterday. What was it? $1.2 billion? I was in church one time a while ago. I think it was Bishop Eddie Long's church too. I think it was Bishop Eddie Long. I think he said this. He gave a sermon one time. Yeah, it was New Birth. It was Bishop Eddie Long. He gave a sermon, and in his sermon, I guess that's when one of the biggest lotteries was done back in the days. You know, I think the lotteries haven't been this big before or on this level before, but you know, when they first started getting in the hundreds of millions of dollars, he gave a sermon. I was in church at his church, and he gave this sermon, and he was talking about the lottery. He said that there was this guy. It was, you know how they give stories and things like that. He was like the guy was saying, saying God told the guy that he was going to win the lottery. God told the guy that he was going to win the lottery, things of that nature. Hey, Vesti, how you doing, baby? And this over and over, God was telling the guy was going to win the lottery. God was telling this guy that you're going to win the lottery. You're going to win the lottery. You're going to win the lottery. So the guy kept expecting to win the lottery. And after months of not winning the lottery, the guy asked God, God, you said I was going to win the lottery. What's going on? I haven't won the lottery. I haven't won the lottery. It's been months, and you kept telling me I'm going to win the lottery. God simply asked the guy, have you played? The guy was like, no. God gives you everything, tells you everything that you need to know. But he also wants you to put forth effort. So in this story that Bishop Eddie Long told, while God was telling this man, you have everything you need to win the lottery. You're going to win. And after months of not winning, the guy questioned God. The guy questioned God. And God just simply asked him, have you played? Have you put forth effort? Have you done anything? Have you made any movement for you to win the lottery? Have you put out that dollar? Remember back in the days, the lottery was a dollar. Have you taken a dollar out your wallet? Went to the store, went to wherever places you can play lottery at. Took a dollar out your wallet, out your pocket. Asked for the lottery ticket. Placed the dollar on the counter. Received it. No, all you did was sit back and wait for someone to hand you something. Yes, yes. I think that's what he got it from. So me saying this is that basically saying that while we are expecting things to happen to us and for us, we have to put forth some type of effort in order for it to happen. Some type of movement. Praying is great. Hoping is great. Complaining is great. Is that what you need to do to get through it? But at the same time, while doing all those things, put forth some effort in order for you to receive what is meant for you. Put forth the gifts and the talents that God has given you in order for you to get what is meant for you. And when you don't do that, don't expect anything to happen for you. Because what's meant for you is meant for you. Everything God has given you, you already have. It's up to you at this point to tap into it. I can't do it for you. Master can't do it for you. Shirley can't do it for you. Carrie Ray can't do it for you. Anyone that you like and support or love on can't do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. At some point, you need to make a decision to get yourself up, brush yourself off. Faith without works is fruitless. Like I said, and this, like I said, some people may need to hear this. Some people may be mad at me. Some people may be upset with me. Some people may cuss me out even. Some people may try to read and roast and gag. That's fine. Some people may even use some of the things I told you about myself, try to use it against me. But once again, you can't, because I'm comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with what I've been through. I'm comfortable with the fact that I'm happy that I grew up how I grew up. Because if I didn't grow up that way with that, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. I probably wouldn't be able to praise my upbringing and live my life and not have a recessive mindset. I probably would have a recessive. Sorry, I probably would have a recessive mindset. I probably wouldn't be able to sustain a lifestyle through a quote unquote recession. I probably wouldn't be recession proof. Not saying I would never struggle. Not saying that. But being able to be recession proof means that I'm not going to have a recessive mindset in my struggle. I'm not going to be, oh, woe is me in this struggle. Because I've been through it already. I've seen it already. I put forth mechanisms to ensure myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, that I will not have that. I will not be that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't allow a lot of things to bother me like that. If I address something with that, it's because I want to. I'm being silly. I'm being flippant. I'm being shady. But the reality is, it really doesn't bother me. I really don't care. Because I have mechanisms in place to ensure my sanity, to ensure that I'm okay. And one of the biggest mechanisms I have is the power to turn whatever it is off. This computer, if I don't want to listen to the mess no more, I don't listen to the mess. If I want the drama, I turn it back on. If I want to be engaged in it, I engage in it. If I don't, I don't. I fall back. Watch it from afar. Just like a TV show. Like I said before, I am one of the only people who actually use this as entertainment. Not as my life, not as real life, not as my social entertainment, not as my social circle, not as my friend group. Do I like people on here? Yes. Do I fuck people on here? Yes. Have I supposed to people on here outside of here? Yes, I have, and I will do it again. But I'm okay without it. I'm okay with me. I'm okay with just being food junkie. I'm okay with just sitting in who I am in all aspects of my life. That what makes me recession proof. Because I'm not going to allow anything or anyone to make me or put me in a recessive or regressive mindset. You know, I have come to terms with who I am, what I am, and how I am, and where I need to be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially in order for me to be happy. Now, could I use it a bit more in all those categories? Yes, we all could. But it's up to me to make sure that I receive it, understand it, grow with it, and apply whatever lessons I need to apply in order for me to be emotionally, spiritually, mentally, financially where I need to be. You know, I'm not going to Board of Goodman's to buy something when I can go to, let's say, Macy's or shit, TJ Maxx, or even the thrift store if I need to be. Do I need to wear the finest garments? No. I need to be covered up. I need a garment. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference of knowing that I don't need to have a name brand on when I can go to the thrift store and get what I need and be okay with that. That's why I will be recession proof. I understand the difference. I don't need to go to Armani, Balenciaga, Fendi, and buy their finest. I can go right to a thrift store on the last Wednesday of the month when everything's 50% off and find something that I need and make it work. You hear what I say? But I said, go to the thrift store on the last Wednesday of the month when everything's 50% off. So not only am I going to the thrift store or willing to go to the thrift store, I willing to go to the thrift store when everything is 50% off to get a better deal if I have to make sure that I have what I need and be okay with that. Don't need the finest things, just need things, if that makes sense. Thank you, Bestie Baby. Oh, I'm the king of high and low and shopping. Oh, trust me, I'm the king of high and low and shopping. I have this one outfit, a little bit off topic, but on topic. I had this one outfit that I used to wear. Everything that I wore cost $50. Everything. The shoes, the pants, the belt, the shirt, the little jacket, and the hat all cost $50. Actually, it was under $50. I will wear the hell out that outfit, and no one knew the difference. No one knew. I think I have. I said I have the pants in my closet today, and the little jacket, and the shoes. I wore the shoes the other day. This is years ago, but yeah, I don't need to have the finest or the most expensive. Sorry, not finest, the most expensive, I should say. I don't need the most expensive. I just need something to make sure that I am covered up. And like I said, I don't clothes don't wear me. I wear clothes. I don't things don't wear me. Things don't. I wear. I mean, I put the things on. I make the things look good. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much they cost. See, that's that having that mindset, not having that regressive mindset, that recessive mindset. Oh, I gotta show the world that I got this. I gotta wear somebody else's name on my body in order for me to, saying, prove that I'm somebody. Mm-mm. Give a damn about all that. I don't have a recessive mindset, so I will always be recession proof. I don't need to have, the big, huge place that I have if I can't afford it. I don't need to eat the way I eat if I can't afford it. Pan-seared trouts and salmon, stuffed salmons with crab and things of that nature. I don't need to do all that if I can't afford it. You know, I definitely will. If I eat some sardines up in here, damn this salmon, the stuffed salmon, eat some sardines. Shit, I'm gonna be full. I'm gonna make sure that I'm okay. I'm gonna add some crackers to that. I'm gonna add a little Gordon pickles to that. I'm gonna add some olives to that. You know what I'm saying? I make me a whole little charcuterie board, all from the dollar store, all from Dollar Tree. Have everything you need for a little charcuterie board at the Dollar Tree. And if you go to the right one, you can find some cheese up in there as well. But eat it quickly though. But I'm saying cheese nonetheless. And no one will ever know. No one will ever know. Y'all saw how I made that dollar store pizza, the Dollar Tree pizza. That shit was good as hell too. Now can I afford a Pizza Hut pizza? Yeah, I could have. But why do that? Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it depends on what it was. I had on high end cologne because my colognes can't be cheap. I break out. I think I had a high end cologne. I think high end shoes, but probably high end. But the jewelry was probably cheap. You know what I'm saying? A couple items was probably cheap. T-shirt. If it was a plain T-shirt, I'm sure it was four for $1 or something. Not $4 for $1, four for $20 at some little discount store. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to. Why am I wearing your label on me on my body? Who needs that? Here comes the stuttering and stammering, y'all. Here comes the stuttering and stammering. Yeah, you will not catch me trying to look like the Joneses, no matter where I'm at financially. I will never do that. That's never will be me. Because like I said, growing up extremely poor, my mom made sure that we never looked like we were poor. So I understood. I learned that from her. I learned, what not to do, how not to go out there and try to buy, the Jordache jeans and back growing up when I was there. I'm 47. The Jordache jeans and the Jabot jeans and all this and the third. Mm-mm, please. You would throw on some decent looking jeans, and if you don't want to see the damn label, put a shirt over the pocket so cover that little name tag over and keep it moving. You better throw a jacket on, keep it moving. But yeah, recession proof, y'all. It's about a mindset thing. It's about a mindset, and when you have this mindset to where you want the best, but you're not willing to work for it, or you think that it should be given to you, which a lot of people on here does have that mindset. Which I said, not judging or whatever, but it's just I look at you and listen to you. It's not, and like I always say, y'all hear me say this all the time. You you'll be over there, continue to be you, and I'll be over here, continue to be me. Not better, just different. You know what I'm saying? I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. And I guess if you have more or less, and vice versa, you're just gonna go continue to be you, regardless of what that is. I'm gonna be over here continue to be me. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a recession or recessive mindset. Don't have that. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I grew up in a. My mom didn't have that either. It's just that I grew up in poverty. We just grew up in poverty. It is what it was. That's the cards we were dealt as children or when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, especially after our house got burned down, we didn't have anything, nothing. We slept as the Salvation Army. What was it for like a month and a half? There was a time when then we left there. We left. We lived in a little situation, a shanty almost in the middle of the city. We had running water, so it was just I consider it a shanty. Some people may consider it an apartment. It was a shanty to me. Now, You know what I'm saying? But I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Ate beans for shit every day. That's all we ate was beans. And y'all remember? I think I told y'all this before. Like, remember? It was when I was growing up, whatever. Every Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month. Why was it on Wednesdays? The last Wednesday of the month, they would give you the box of food where they had the dried milk and the flour and the canned peanut butter and all the block cheese and all that stuff. Government cheese. The government would hand out boxes, you know, of surplus food, I should say, and we would get that, and we'll put whatever we can make with that with our beans. I can wait to go to school. I got the free meals program. We'll go there for breakfast, get them hot donuts and the milk or the little things of cereal and milk. No shame. That's how I grew up. I don't do that now. I don't live that way now, but I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That taught me how to value what I have, to work hard for what I want. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be there, do something about it. As a child, I couldn't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I started working at the age of 12. You know what I'm saying? I've always worked since I was 12 years old. Always worked. First job was picking strawberries and raspberries in the fields. You know, we'll wake up at during the summertime. We'll wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Walk about 3 miles to the little spot where they will pick you up, so you can go about a couple hours away. Hey, Mia, baby, how you doing? A couple hours away where you go pick the strawberries. They was paying at that time. So I was 12 years old. That's 35 years ago. Shit, they were paying $2.50 per flat, and the flat was 12 pints. So it was like $2. Was it $2.50 or $3.50? It was one of those two for a flat of strawberries and raspberries. You know what I'm saying? And I will wake up and pick about shit 10 to 12 flats of berries. Get my little, you know what I'm saying, $35, $40 for that day. Go back home. You know what I'm saying? That way I have my little bit of money. Then when I got old enough to sell candy door to door, you know what I'm saying, I would do that and make more money. You know what I'm saying? Not going after school. Hi, you guys. How you doing? My name is Food Junkie. I'm from Tees Incorporated. It's a youth organization designed to keep kids like myself off the street and out of trouble. Do you mind if I come to you and show you some of my products right quick? Yes, we have these peanut butter clusters. We have these thin mints. We have this peanut butter. We have these coloring tablecloths. Oh, yeah. I remember the spill, baby. I remember the spill. Like I said, I always worked. You can never tell me that I'm not a hard worker. Like I said, I'll do what I have to do to get what I need. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So, candy door to door, that shit is dangerous now. But like I said, never had a recessive mindset because I knew that I wanted to be more and have more than what I grew up in. I knew that my mom couldn't afford certain things or things that I wanted. So therefore, how was I going to get it? I'm not going to steal it. You know what I'm saying? So then I need to make some money somehow. What can I use in order for me to get what I need? I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm a quick learner. I'm a quick study. I'm a hard worker. I'm cute. Shit. A cute little boy come to your house, knock on your door, and ask you to buy something from him. Yeah, same thing that they do. The kids do outside of Walmart and the groceries on Target and stuff. So candy bars. That's what I used to do. I sure did, but it was a little bit more organized. We would go into neighborhoods. Always had a little bit of extra money in my pocket. I wanted school clothes my mom couldn't afford. So, mommy, don't worry about it. I got it. I go buy it myself. Let me go pick up a couple shifts selling this candy, picking these berries. And then when I was old enough to get a real job that paid taxes, I did that. Worked at fast food, all that stuff. Yeah. hmm While still in school, getting a high GPA. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I always knew that I was meant for what I was, not saying better than, but I was meant for more than what I was born into. hmm Never wanted to be dependent on anybody. Like, even when I lived in my mom's house before I moved out, I bought food for the house. I made sure that whatever I wanted to eat, whatever I wanted to have. I mean, I really couldn't cook that much then, but I would eat something was not, and she didn't have it. I'll buy it. You know what I'm saying? I want something more other than hot dogs and whatever. Okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy the chicken for the house. I'll buy some chicken. I'll buy some pork chops. I'll buy some ribs. You cook it? Okay, cool. I'll buy it. Yeah. Always been that person. Never been one to sit back and doesn't want to do anything for me if I can do it for myself. Once I understood what it was. I said, never had a recessive mindset. Never that. Like I said, while I grew up without a lot, it taught me how to get what I need, how to use what I have, be it intelligence, be it brains, be it. That's why people say I'm charming or I flirt. Was not shit. How's you gonna get something? And when you halfway decent looking, oh, you so cute. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Now just be adult with it. I don't even from you. Just you know what I'm saying. Just habit forming, habit forming skills, tangible skills that you can use. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't want much. I want to come here and talk to y'all about that for a quick little moment. It's been an hour and 30 something minutes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want much. I need to go hit this store again before it start raining because I'm on my way home from the store. I'm thinking I want some spring rolls, but I don't got no spring roll stuff. So I think I'm gonna go buy some spring roll stuff and maybe some pot stickers. So maybe I can have that tonight. Pot stickers and spring roll stuff. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, recession proof is a mindset, you guys. It's a mindset. It really truly is. Don't be caught up in this. Oh, we're in a recession, so I don't have anything, and prices are high, and this is that, and I don't got this, I don't got that. It's a mindset. You have to put yourself in place in order for you to not be recession proof, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Thank you, Shelly, baby. Appreciate it. I mean, like I said, all this other mess going on. Like I said, I guess it's entertaining. I should say it's entertaining. The re roast and gags are cute. You know what I'm saying? But we need to really stop the whole. Well, I'm saying what we need to do anything. I choose to, you know what I'm saying, pull back and watch, and not get so involved, or not be so much involved all the time, or even whatever. Because I've been watching a lot of stuff. I saw your last video when you was what we talking about. I saw several of your last videos, but you know what I'm saying? I watched some of Carrie's videos. I watched, you know what I'm saying? Who else is here that do make videos that I've seen? Yeah, well, two I saw here so far. Yeah, I watch. I mean, of course, I watch people that I normally watch as well. You know, and of course, I watch the best as well. But yeah, I don't have to always acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? I heard my name being called a couple times. You know, some cool, some being disparaging. I hear you. I see you, boo. I see you. You know what I'm saying? How my name tasting your mouth? You know what I'm saying? Why you worry about this plus not? I'm over here doing my own thing, living my life, making sure that I am recession proof. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all have a great day. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for being here. But as always, you know, it's not important that I love you guys. It's important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. Y'all know I'll be in these bushes watching, listening, judging. Because we all do that. We all judge. We may not all say things, but we're all judging each other on here. Like, let's keep this shit honest. We all judge each other. We all judge each other on here. And like I said, I'll be on here watching, listening, judging y'all to myself. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all funny games. It's all funny games. It's truly entertainment. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Bye, y'all. Peace. Who is raining hard? My umbrella out. Bye, y'all.